Okay. Okay, I've made you host so you can help me admit people in. Okay, 3. That means everyone can see me clear. So I'm going to delete this and I will draw it again. Now, this is the same rectangle strategy that everybody knows. But you know, we've been doing it on what? 4 hours. I'm waiting for candles and all that. But I've test run this thing for weeks, for days, using it on the lower time frame. And the result has been what? Beautiful. I actually did it on volatility because I know that the speed on volatility, it can actually make you very rich and it can actually take you back to the village. Because this little move you're seeing here can give you money or what? Can take the money away from you. So Control F, someone was telling me Control F. I don't know what it meant. All right, now this is a live account. I'm going to delete everything here. Delete all. Beautiful. Everything is gone. And I'm also going to remove this. I'll put it back, but I need to tell you why I actually use the moving average. Okay. Now this is MT5. This is not the MT4. This is MT5. You need to go and download it on your laptop. And please, if you don't have a laptop, it's better to use a laptop for this strategy. But if you have your phone and you can use it on your phone, good and fine. Freedom, please stop typing. Don't write on my screen, please. I'm not good at this. Okay. Can you erase? And Daniel Aliyu, stop writing on my screen. I can't hear any sound. I think it's from your own side because everyone can hear me loud and clear. That's why they type 3. Freedom, you can't hear me because you're not connected. You need to be connected to your... Can someone copy can someone copy? Just give me 1 minute. Let me do this. I don't want to... Okay, yeah, Freedom, click on your Evelyn. Click on the mic, sign, and connect by internet. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. So Freedom, follow this. Yes, thank you, Adisa. You're a very wonderful person. Yeah, so read that on the chat box and you will hear me loud and clear. Now I'm going to... So how can I erase this thing that Freedom put here now? I think I need to erase this and this. Okay, beautiful. Please don't write on my screen. I'm not used to this, okay? Femi is not here to help me. Now, this is how the strategy works. It's still rectangle, but it's done on a lower time frame. So your waiting period is not like the 4 hours we used to wait. So what you do, you come to 15 minutes and you what? You zoom out. You see? You zoom this out. Now, what you're going to do, like as usual, you look for an impulse move. An impulse move, you can see it. This. This is an impulse move. You can see it. This is an impulse move. me delete that. So as usual, you look for an impulse move, then you draw your rectangle. Now this is not trading view, so sometimes it's actually very difficult to pick these things, so you need to be very careful. That's I prefer trading view when it comes to forex, but because this is MT4, this is crypto, I said crypto, sorry, this is MT5 and is not as friendly as trading view, so you just have to manage it the way it is. I'm very careful when you're drawing. My chat box is I have a way we can use trading view. Okay, yes, you can. I think you can use trading view with volatility. I think you type there's a code, so I can't remember the code, but if you know it, you can type it in the group later after this after tonight's training. So when you go to trading view, you go to that place where you have the currency pair. If you type on it, it will come. Oh, binary on trading view, beautiful. So just write the process and send it to the chat room so everyone can actually benefit. I know there's a way that there's a code you do it, and okay, tradingview.com binary, beautiful. So someone has sent it to the chat. You can also send it to the group so everyone can actually benefit from it. Now, this is an impulse move, the latest one we've seen on MT. This is what MT minute 15. Okay. So please pay attention. Let's don't put on the chat box again. So Parkinson, please help me admit people. So now this is an impulse move that we've actually found on what? M15. So what you would do first, like I said earlier, you pick you draw the analysis on 15 minutes, but your entry and exits and everything is on 5 minutes. So your wait period has actually improved from 4 hours waiting for 2 candles, that is 8 hours. All you need to do is just wait for 10 minutes, and your stop loss is like nothing compared to the reward. So that's the most beautiful thing when it comes to forex trading, your entry and the exit strategy. Like showed you first from this is a $50 account that I've grown to over 1,000, and I just withdrew $900 last week. So this is what you need to. So you go to insert, you come to object, and you look for what? Shapes. I need the rectangle. And you click on what rectangle. Remember how the rectangle is done. Draw from here up to this place. Give me a minute. This is a new rectangle. The one I drew before. I drew that one, though I drew it on 30 minutes, but it's not necessarily you must do it on 15 minutes, is it? And this one is not friendly. It always jumps. I know this is a current. Okay, you know what? Because this is a present. That's why it keeps moving. Let me delete this and let's go to the past. Delete all. Okay. If you want to go to the past, we'll use 15 minutes. Okay, beautiful. Now let's use M30 because this is the present and it keeps moving. So if you are drawing your rectangle, it keeps going down or it keeps going up. So let's go to this is a candle chart. This is not line chart. This is candle. You can't draw it on your line because line charts you might the week and all those things you might omit it. So let's use this particular one here from here to here. So I'm going to draw this. Take a trend line. Let me reduce this. Beautiful. So we've gotten our impulse move. From this place up to this place, you can see it there. You come to insert, objects, shapes, rectangle. Pick a rectangle up here, you draw it up to this place. As usual, you look for your resistance zone, which is here. Resistance zone here. And you pick your support zone here. You know, this is the past, so it's actually better. Why I did not use this one? You know, the more price is moving, you won't know where the support level is or the past. That's why I went to 30 minutes. So I can actually zoom it out very well so I can see the past. But even if you drew it on 15 minutes or 30 minutes, your entry and exit is on 5 minutes. Okay? So don't worry about where I drew it from. So you can also as well draw it from 30 minutes. Now you pick another trend line. I do the same on the other side of the box. I tried it on gold and I caught over 1,000 pips on gold. And my stop loss was just 15 pips stop loss as against 1,000 pips. Take profit. So it's beautiful. This is a mind-blowing secret. I need to zoom this thing so I can see the 1 minute. I need to see the intersection so I won't make mistake. Okay, I was correct. You know, because it's all red. I'm still going to zoom out so you can actually do this so you can see properly what you're doing. So you know you're actually putting it at the right place. Now this is the first box, this is the second box. Let me zoom it out back. So we can draw the next one. You pick your rectangle. You can do it for the upper box, but since price is below here, so there's no point me until price breaks above. So let's just work with this. This is going to be a short class. We already have an idea how to use. Now, because this is volatility, I'm going to take a live trade if I see an opportunity. I'm already on this one, okay. So I pick my rectangle, my horizontal line, sorry. And I draw this, pick the other horizontal line, and I put it here. The only moving average you're going to use is what? 200. 200 moving average. So what you're going to do, you come to insert, go to indicators, insert, indicators, trend, look for moving average here. This is moving average. It's already on 200 exponential. You can change the color to whatever you want. If you want it to be white or anything, it's okay. And you click OK. Now, this is just what you need on M13. My chart is blinking. Sorry, I need to check what's there. Pay attention, Jude. Pay attention to what I'm doing, okay? Anyhow you draw a rectangle, whether from the top up, what you need to find first is your impulse move. Anyhow you draw the rectangle from bottom to the top or top to the bottom, what you need is just an impulse move from here. This W you are seeing here, this one you can draw it from here, but it's actually, there's a pullback here, a major pullback. So that's why I picked this to draw from here. Just look for the recent what's it called, recent impulse move, and this is the most recent one. This one happened plus this retest here, this pullback here, and this long one. That was why I picked this long one. Is the most recent one. Price has not gotten to this bottom here, so I just picked this and I drew it. Okay, now this is the diagram you need and your 200 exponential moving average. So you come to 15 minutes, sorry, to 5 minutes, and that is it. This is 5 minutes. Zoom in so you can at least see your candlestick properly. Beautiful. Now the entry and exit strategy. This 200 EMA shows you the trend. You can use it on 5 minutes because this is volatility. There's so much move that happen here. So if you pick any, I wanted to see if I can click here. Okay, now this is my entry here, and this is, I've secured just $2 here. If I click on this, it will show me how much I've secured. $2.44. Now let me go to my take profit. See my take profit here? That's $21. So it actually moves very fast, and the profit is actually very big. Okay. Now this 200 EMA shows me that the trend is still what? Coming down. So I already have my assurance that I'm still looking for more sell opportunities. Now the entry and exit for this strategy is simple. Let me start with let me move this way and see if I can move it this way. Okay, let me start from this side here. I don't like using empty folds because they're not friendly like trading view. Please zoom out properly. Okay, now let me start with this place here, this circle. This circle here. Let me see if I can put my notion and my how can I draw? Okay, here. Okay, beautiful, big circle. So here, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm not used to this. I'm trying to use this okay. Now this is the place here. All right, thank you. I think I've gotten it. Now that is I want to use that as my first entry. Okay, so I need you to pay attention to it. Now this is a 5 minutes time frame. So the entry for this is number one. After you've drawn it on your 30 minutes or your 15 minutes, your rectangle, and you place your 200 EMA, you come to the M5 time frame to look for what your entry and your exit point. Now the 200 EMA price is below it, which tells me that price is still coming to the downward side of it. It's still going down. It is not yet moving up. So until price comes and close above your 200 EMA and start going up, then you can know that yes, it's time for me to do what? Look for buy opportunities. So the first thing you should look at is, as usual, you wait for price to break your pivot level. Now this candle here was the one that broke it. So this candle broke it. This is a 5 minutes candle that broke it. Now you wait for this other 5 minutes candle to what? Close. If it closes below it, you do your instant execution. Your next take profit is here. Where is your stop loss? Your stop loss is where? I need to pick another draw. 1 minute. Let me pick this one. Now your stop loss is what? Sorry. Why is it showing me second? Oh no, I don't need it. Your stop loss, let me put it here, is, God help me. Forgive me, oh, I'm not good. I'm not techie with this thing. Let me turn this thing upside down. All right, now you see this candle here? Your stop loss is going to be above this candle. That's where your stop loss will be. That's the candle that broke the pivot level. So imagine you having this, imagine you having a stop loss here and your take profit here. So now with volatility, you can see the way I secured my profit when I entered here. Let me show you about this present candle that happened. I missed this one here because as soon as this one closed here, I was supposed to have entered the sell, but I went to do something and I did not enter as soon as this one closed. This was the candle where I was supposed to close, somewhere around here. Because this one closed, I was supposed to close here, then my stop loss will be above this place here. Above here. My entry will be somewhere below here. Then my take profit is the next what? The next pivot level. But I did two entry. One has closed, remaining one. So now, what you need to do when you are entering volatility, as soon as you have profits, no matter how little it is, always secure your profits. You can see just this little move. If you saw here when we started, this was about 11. It gave me about $11 or $12, but just this little move has taken away $7 out of it. So two things that's going to happen is either it's going to hit my stop profit, and I'll wait for it to do what, close below my 200 EMA, and I will still continue my sell, or I do what, watch what price is going to do. Now, I don't understand how the pips count for volatility is. All I know that the lowest lot size for volatility is 0.001. How the pips count is what is doing, I have no idea about it, but it's very volatile. So you need to be careful. If you are using any small amount, $10, $50, please don't go above 0.01. Always make sure you are within that range, 0.01. But if your capital is high, you can do more than that, because this volatility 75 can give you so much money and can also blow your account. That's why you can see that at any little move, I secure my profits. At any little move, I secure my profit. It's better to hit your profit than to do what? Hit your stop loss. When you just imagine I kept this stop loss here and this thing got to this place and came back and hit my stop loss. So I always prefer to, when I make any little move out, I just want us to be on this call. Maybe this thing will hit my stop profits and it closes below my 200, so I can enter this trade again and we'll see how this thing works. I was expecting this thing to move below, maybe come down here, hit my take profit up down here, so we can see an entry. But while this is going on, we will see how this trade is going to end. But now, I want you to have this in mind, that this 200 EMA is an indication that your sell is still intact. First, you wait for price to break your pivot level. Just like what I showed you here, this one broke it, and you wait for the next 5-minute candle to close. If it closes below it, enter instant execution. Your next TP should be the next one, and your stop loss should be above the candle that broke the pivot level, just like the way we do it with our 4 hours. But now this is with 15 minutes, with 5 minutes, so it's so easy for you to do what? Have very tight stop loss with very great take profit. Now, if I move this, my cost, you can see this one is $21 here with the lowest lot size. If I move this thing down here to the next pivot level, which I'm expecting price to come there, this is $45. So imagine you're using 0.002, that is $90. If you're using 0.003, that is about how many dollars? And imagine the stop, when I had my stop loss around here, my stop loss was $3.39 as against what you're seeing here, $45. So if this trade go against me, even after doing all the analysis, and let's say I entered at this particular time, this candle here, where this candle you're seeing here, and this trade goes against me, what I'm going to lose is what? Just $3. But if it goes in my favor and come down here, I'm going to gain what? $45. So you can see the risk reward ratio is perfect. So you see the reason why I keep securing my profits. When you see all this red, you wonder, why is she securing her profits? Because the more I secure it, I'm making more money. You can see 24%, 4%. You can see all these things. All this money you are seeing here is a total that's giving me $920, because I just keep securing it. If I leave it, like this one, I left it and I slept off for it, and it gave me more, about $13. I just decided to leave it. It actually came. I entered it. This was this one here. I entered it. I did 5 entry, but I put 3 on stop profit. It hit it, and remaining 2 hit take profit. That was what you saw here. So you can use this if you have $50 and your stop loss is maybe $2. You can decide to do 5 entries. If you hit your $2, you lose $10. But if it goes against you, if it goes in your favor, you're going to get more money. That's why I'm actually happy with this strategy, using it on 5 minutes, because the risk to reward ratio is, sorry, I think Parkinson is no more here, because I'm seeing myself to admit people. Wow. Okay. So that is what I'm actually very, very happy with the strategy. And the wait period is no more longer 4 hours. It's beautiful. You can see it has not gotten to my take profit. The candle is coming back to red, so it's going back down. I'm still expecting it to come down, because my moving average 200 is what? Above my price. Until this price breaks above this pivot level, close above it, then just like what you see here. Now see this one. This candle broke the pivot level, closed above it. This one closed above it. You took a buy. Your stop loss, your first stop loss, take profit should be on the body of this 200, expecting it to either break it or we do not break it, because the strategy is telling you if you want to buy this thing. That's what I'm telling you. But for me, it's not good for you to buy it, because your what 200 EMA price is below it. But if you say, oh, let me make fast money, and you decide to buy it, your TP should be what at the body of your 200 or before the body of the 200, because you are against the trend. Now that the 200 EMA is still above price, it's telling us, all the indication tells us that price is still coming to the downward direction. So instead of me to look for buy entry here, I should be looking for more what sell opportunities. So like what happened here now, this one broke above my pivot level and also broke above the 200 EMA. So I waited for the next candle to do what? To close above it so I can buy. But it did what? It closed below it. That was why I waited for the next candle. As soon as this one closed, I entered a sell. But before I should come back from the kitchen, I saw that it has gone down and I took my sell here. So this is the same sell I'm still in. It was 2 entry. One has hit my stop profits, and the other one is still going. I'm expecting it to come down to the next pivot level to hit it here. But if it doesn't hit pivot level, my trade is in profit already, and my trade is secured. So if I leave this in and I go to bed, 2 things is going to happen. It's either it's going to hit this on my stop profits and I'll make $2.44, or it reverses back and come down here and gives me 45 what dollars. As against my stop loss was, when I entered here, I made my stop loss was around here, which was about $3.59. So it was the risk to reward is top notch. The risk to reward is very, very good. So if there's any question, drop your question now in the chat box, so we can. This class is just for volatility. Now you can use it to practice on any of your other charts. I did it on gold. Let me see. Let me check gold. Okay, yeah, this was gold. I took a buy on 18.15. this place here, at this particular place, 1815. I need to zoom out. Oh, this is too much. Let me restart the chat. I want to show you where I took this chart. Here. Okay, this was where I took it. As soon as this candle broke, as soon as this candle, this particular one, broke my pivot level, I waited for the other one to close and I took a buy. My stop loss was here. This was where my stop loss was. Just here. This place, just here. Good. Exactly where that place is. That was where my stop loss was. Let me delete this. That's not it. So my stop loss was here. My entry was here. And my take profit was, my first take profit was 1830. It did the same thing. This one closed. I wait for it to close. I took this again. My stop loss was just below the candle that closed here. Here. This was another stop loss somewhere around here. Another stop loss. As soon as it went up, it hit me back on my stop profit. I took it again. It kept hitting me on my stop profit until here again. This one did the same thing. Close above, close there, and I entered it. My what is it called? Stop loss was here, and my take profit was 1845. There, I think was 1845 or 18. Yeah, 1845. So this was it here. Stop loss very tight at my take profit here. So my 200 EMA was still here, showing me that the indication for buy is still intact. I just took this sell, this particular sell. Let me reset. This one, I'm still on the sell for here. I took the sell here. I didn't take it from here. I missed this one because I was on a Zoom call, so I didn't take it. But I took this one. This guy closed there. This guy closed, and I'm still in profit for this particular sell. So price is still dropping. I've secured my profits. I'm expecting it to come back to 1830. But if it doesn't come back to 1830, I'm still in profits. If it goes back, good and fine. So this was where my stop loss, just above this candle here, and my take profit is here. So this is how beautiful using the rectangle strategy and the 200 EMA. That's all. Just simple. I just needed to test run it for weeks to see how beautiful this thing is, and it's working. Why we should use only 200 EMA? I don't understand your question. We should use only 200 EMA. I don't understand. Chidera, can you understand? Can you explain or type? Can you retype that? Ma, please join the chat. Okay. In how many days did you grow this account to 1K, ma? Victor, 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. But I wasn't trading all the time. You know, volatility is 24/7, Monday to Sunday. Monday to Sunday, that's volatility, Monday to Sunday. So I only trade because I use my laptop. I don't use my phone. So I trade it only when I have my system on. But I was just test running this thing for 2 weeks. Okay, I'm trying to go one after the other. So we don't need to wait for retest on pivot. No. Don't wait for it. Just wait for the next candle to close below the pivot and you do an instant execution. For the fact that your 200 EMA is telling you to go ahead, go ahead. If your 200 EMA, if price is above it, you know that you should look for buy opportunity. If price is below it, you should look for what? But if you still just like this one now, let me move this. Just like this, what you're seeing here, price is above, price is what? Below this. So I took the sell. My first entry was at the body of this. It has given me my take profit. The second one is still running. I'm expecting it to touch here because price has not broken above this pivot level. even though this place showed me that, okay, yes, I was just being careful. That was why I put my first take profit here and my second take profit here. So I'm waiting for price to do what? Either come back and hit me on my stop profit, or it continued going down to hit this place. So that's just the two things I'm waiting for. All you need to do is wait for the first candle to break the pivot level, then wait for the second candle to break below the pivot level if you are selling. Enter your instant execution. You know this, remember this is 5 minutes. Enter your instant execution, put your stop loss above the candle that broke it, and you sell to the next pivot level. But in case like this, let your first TP be on the 200 EMA body, because there's a tendency that price might get here, hit it, and do what? Start going back up. So by the time your first entry hits it, your second entry, you secure your profit. So if something like this happens, your trade is good. But if it doesn't happen, maybe if you just keep coming down, you just keep securing your profit till you get to where? 30. I tried this on volatility first because volatility moves, it moves very fast and it gives money very fast. With this candlestick, you can still adjust it the way you can put your pips, number of pips that you want. But because I don't know how to count the pips on volatility, I just normally adjust. That's why I don't use my phone. I use my laptop to drag it. As soon as I'm in profit, I secure my profit. So we're using this strategy. You can decide to do just 50 pips, 25 pips, 100 pips. Choose your pips that you want. You might not necessarily wait for it to get to the pivot level. Okay, so Emmanuel, don't wait for it to retest. Just wait for it to close and you sell and you make your money. You know, I trade only one pair, which is gold. I trade only gold. So before you can wait for that process of you going back on retesting, maybe because you're using your 1 hour, 5 minutes has given you some pips and you're out of the market. Okay, Victor, I've answered your question in how many days? So we don't, okay, I've answered that. Can we apply this on non-volatility pairs? Ahmed, I'm just showing you gold pair now. I did it on gold pair too as well. We should only use yes, I'm using only 200 EMA to tell me the trend. That's all. I'm not, the 200 EMA just to tell me the trend. That's all. That's why I'm using the, Ma, please, can we see the full rectangle page again? Okay, I'm going to show you that. Yes, only 200 EMA is advised here. Can we use iPad if we don't have a laptop? For me, I prefer, if you can draw your rectangle on your phone, fine. But because I can't draw, my phone is small, so I don't see how I can draw it there. It won't give me what I want. So that's why I prefer my laptop. But if you can use your phone, good. Yes, but if you can use your phone, try it on your phone. If you can use it phone, fine. But I prefer my laptop. Okay, I think I've done this. All right, someone said they wanted to see, oh, look at this guy is almost going to hit my stop profit, but it's coming down. Now let me go back to 15 minutes so you can see 30 minutes so you can see the full. Look at the rectangle here. You saw the way I drew it. You draw it on 30 minutes. Why I want you to draw it on 30 minutes so you can see the past. The rectangle shows you what will happen in the future. That's why we use the rectangle. Okay, rectangle, you go to the past to draw your rectangle, then it will tell you what's going to happen in the future. Now you can see this one as I drew this, but let's assume this has not happened. And this 200 EMA did like this, and you decided to take a sell. Because of the 200 EMA, price is above it. Your first take profits here should be on the body of the 200 EMA, just like what you're seeing here. You can see what I showed you on the using the gold example. As soon as price touched the 200 EMA, it bounced up back to this place. But for the gold own, it broke the 200 EMA and it's still coming down to this place. But here we're seeing that price got here and bounced back up, came back to this place. So you have to be very careful when you're using your 200 EMA just to tell you the trend. But if you see that, okay, yes, it's still going up here, but price did not break your pivot level on this resistance zone and you decided to sell, instead of waiting for it to come to this your next pivot level. Okay, because I did not draw, let me complete the pivot level on this upper box. You know I didn't draw it. Let me draw it. So we'll see the reason why price respected that place. Give me 1 minute. I just did for the down box. Let me draw for the upper box. My chart is blinking. I'll get back to you. The beauty of this is the risk. The risk to reward. The risk to reward ratio is very good. You lose very little trade, and you gain very big trade. I've not tried it on any other currency pair except gold. So maybe you can try it on any other pair, but I did it on gold and it was wonderful. And it gave me and I used on volatility too, and it's because these are very difficult. I use it on the pairs that are very difficult to trade. In all the volatility pairs, volatility 5 is the most difficult one because it moves fast and it can break you if you're not careful. So that was why I tested it on them first before you can go to any other ones like volatility 10, volatility 25 and 50. But 75 is the dangerous one. And if this strategy works well on 25, on 75, it can work on any other one. If you can work on gold, then every other currency pair is what? Bean cake. That's why I tried it on the ones that are very difficult. Sorry. Okay. So let's assume you took your let's assume you took your sell here and your stop loss is above here. This is where your first take profit will be, which is this pivot level here. You might encounter so many this thing here because of the what's it called? The movement here. But you see this little movement. Let me go back to 5 minutes. They are money. This little movement you are seeing here is actually money. You see this one close here and this close, and I decided to sell to this place. This little movement from here to here can give you $10, even with 0.01. So you have to be very careful. When you are in profit, just secure your profits. The 200 EMA is, sorry, I saw something now. 200 EMA is confusing. At Temple, I've shown you the full rectangle, right? Yes. Somebody said the 200 EMA is confusing. I saw something. No, if it's right across the price, it's what? I need to make somebody host so the person can help me admit people. Okay, Adisa, I'm making you host. Please help me admit people, okay? Because the people's network are taking them out. Victor, where you see this is 5 minutes. Now let me squeeze this chart. I guess let me say you're talking about these areas here, right? Now I want you to understand something. What I said with the 200 EMA. The 200 EMA is just an indication for you to know the trend, where the trend is going. If price is above the 200 EMA and is going above it, is an upward trend. You should be looking for more buy opportunities. Or you just need to draw it on your 30 minutes. Your entry and exit is on the 5 minutes. So for clarity, the rectangle and the whole setup should be drawn on, yes, serial. Yes, it should be drawn on 30 minutes and your entry should be on 5 minutes. Yes, just draw your on 30 minutes. Your entry and exit is on 5 minutes. Oh, sorry, I would be taking you back. I wish I could run back through the rectangle again. I'm recording it. You watch the recording. I think it was Victor that said it's confusing. Victor, do you understand the 200 EMA part of it? Victor, if you understand what I mean. Now, I want you to look at this. Let me go to the present chart. Now, let me give you an example with this one you're seeing here. Now, this place, you can see that price is doing what? Going up and down. It's consolidating on the EMA. But remember, you're not going to enter here. Your entry point should be the candle that does what? Break the pivot level and closes. If the one that breaks and closes below, you wait for the next one to close below, then you sell. By the time you are picking a sell somewhere around here, you must have secured your profit and waiting for price to get down to this next pivot level. But since price keeps going up, just like what you are seeing here, I entered this trade somewhere around here. Look at where I entered the trade here. But you can see what price did. I'm expecting price to come down to this pivot level, but it's still going up and down. Let me increase this thing a bit so you can see it. Okay, good. Okay, see where I entered the price? I entered this candle here, this particular candle. Now, price came down here, all the way here. I've just secured little of my profit because I'm still expecting price to do what? Come down. Why am I confident that price is still going to come down and I secured this little profit? Because my 200 EMA is above my price. So if it hits my stop profit, I'm still in profit. But before I can comfortably buy this pair, I will wait for price to close above my 200 EMA, close above this pivot, break this pivot and close above it. Then I will know that yes, it's time for price to start going up. But since it's still under here, and my confidence still tell me that price is doing what's coming to the downward side. Let me move. I'm sure everybody can see what's happening here. You can see where I entered here. Price, I'm supposed to have entered this trade with this candle. This is the candle, the close of this candle, somewhere around here. But I went in to do something. So before I came out, this candle closed and this one closed, and I entered from here. This was supposed to be my entry. This particular place here, this one here, where this cursor is. But all the same, I'm still in profit and I've secured my profit. This was the candle, this bullish candle broke above here. I did not buy. I waited for the next one to break above it before I could buy. But this next one did was close bearish below it. So I had to wait for another candle to do what? Close bearish before I can do what? Take my position. Remember, this is 5 minutes. So it's easy for you to do what? Just take it. So if I took my what? As soon as the candle closed, this was where I was supposed to enter immediately, instant execution. But because I was not on my laptop, when I came back, this candle already closed. Another 5 minutes candle closed, and I entered here. So what happened? When I entered here, my stop loss was above here. That was about $3.60 cents. So as soon as the price came down and gave me this, I secured part of my profit, and I'm expecting it to go down. Why? Because my 200 EMA indicates that the trend is coming down. But if this bullish move hits my stop profit and come up here, closes above this, I will wait for price to do what? Break above this pivot level. Then I will have all indication that maybe it's time for this price to do what? Start going up. But there's a tendency that it will hit my stop profit, come here, touch this moving average and do what? Start coming back down. It has been doing that in so many other places. If you look at it here, it has been doing that since. On the 200, you can see it kissed it here, came down, did the same thing here, came down, played around it, came down, came here, came down, came here, did as if it wanted to go up, came down, and it's still the same thing here. So until it shows me that I'm ready to go up, it will close above my 200 EMA, close above this pivot level, then I can indicate for buy. But from more indication, I'm still waiting for more. I'm still looking for a sell opportunity on this. So this 5 minutes candle has closed, it's still below it, it's still going bullish. Let's see where I'm sure this thing is going to hit my stop profit. But let's see how it goes. Let it hit it and we'll beautiful. It has hit it. If you see, let me show you how it showed here. 1 minute. You will see that it showed, come to history. You can see it's $2.33. If you hit red, like that, hit the stop profit, it's giving me $2.33. So what I'm going to do, I want us to take a trade here. I want to take a trade on this while you're still here. Okay, it's still going bullish. I want to see how it's going to react on this 200 EMA. I would have secured more than $2, but because I did not want this candle, this trade to close, I wanted you people to see it yourself. It was 2 entries, but I wanted you to see how the thing is going to work. That was why the other one hit, my stop profit was around here. The first one hit around here, somewhere around here. Either this candle or that candle, then this one is here. So I want to see the reaction from this 200 so you guys can understand how this thing works. For the fact that your 200 EMA is still above, price is telling me I'm still coming what? Down. So let's watch it. My chart is blinking. Also, we can use it on crypto. Temple, you can try it on crypto. Yes, you can. What is the moving average showing? What if the moving average is showing a kind of straight line, just like gold you showed us previously? How do we trade it? Temple, I don't understand that question. Can you send this chart to everybody so everybody can read, can see it, than sending it privately to me? You can try it on crypto. I've not tried it on crypto. Do you see what's happening here? It didn't even get here and it's already coming down. So imagine you just still kept your stop loss here and you secured very little. Price will not even go to your stop profit. It will still come down. You can see what's happening here. I just want us to watch this and see how price is going to react on the 200 EMA. Temple, you said something. Somebody said, which time frame that is best to draw? You can draw it on 30 minutes, you can draw it on 15, but use 30 minutes. 30 minutes shows you the past very well. Even by the time you zoom out, 30 minutes will show you the past. All you need to just to draw the rectangle, but your entry should be on 5 minutes. Are you seeing it? It's going what? It's going back bearish. So the person that entered from here, if you entered from here as your entry, even if price come back up, it has not even gotten back to your entry. I'm still expecting it to come down. But why I said that it's good to secure, imagine you've gotten all this place. From here to here would have given you like $12 or $15. You can't just allow all those things to wipe off and you come back up. That's why it's always good. When you're in profit, you secure your profit. All these lines here as either stop profit hit or take profit hit or stop loss. So while this thing has gone down this way, you just secure some profit and watch what the market does. But most cases like this, it always comes to hit the next pivot level. This next pivot level. But let's see how price is going to react to this. So gift, you can use 30 minutes. So the essence of using 30 minutes is just to know the past. Rectangle is to help you know what's going to happen in the future. Using those lines. Like this line, I'm going to leave it like this because it tells me what's going to happen in the future. So I'm just going to leave it until it breaks the resistance level at the top or the support level below. Then I can think of drawing another one. Just like what the other person asked, why didn't I draw from down up to the top? Because price has not gotten there. There's no need of me stretching it down. I will just use the recent impulse move. So Temple said, what if the moving average showing kind of straight line? I don't understand your question. Let me go back to gold. Let me know the kind of straight line you're talking about. Now, this straight line, it's just to show you what's happening now. You know, because I've seen the price. Oh, sorry. I think this is straight line you're talking about. Now you can see this. Straight line is just, you shouldn't be concerned about the straight line. What you should be concerned about is where price is. Price is above it. You know, it just show you the trend, but your entry, what you're using to enter your trade is what? The pivot level, the breakout of the pivot level and close above the pivot level, just like what you're seeing here. The 200 is just to show you the trend. Why you're thinking it's straight is because of I reset the chart. If you zoom it out, very closely, you will see that it's just moving up and downward trend. You can see it. Price is above this. Now price is below. That's why I took the sell. I'm waiting for it. Oh, it must have hit my stop profit now. You see, price has broken it. You see what I told you? If to be on the safe side, just like what you're seeing here, because price is above it here, all you need to do is your first take profit should hit here, and your next take profit should be down. But because look at what's happening here now, price has done what? broken above the 200. So I'm expecting it to continue either going up. For you to confirm that it's going to go up very well, it has to break above this and close above this one. Then you buy to what? 1852 up to the top. Okay, you understand now. Beautiful. So any other question? This meeting is not going to take long because it's 5 minutes. We all know how rectangle strategy works. So you are not new to it. But the beauty of this one is that you can now use it on what? The lower time frame. Draw it on your 30 minutes, go to your 5 minutes and take your trade. Small stop loss, massive take profit. So imagine you did it here. This candle closed, this red candle, this one here closed below it, and this one closed here, and you took your sell. Your stop loss is here. So let's do the calculation. Let me use it. You enter somewhere around here. Look at it all. Let's say enter somewhere around here. That is 1852. And your stop loss is above this. 1854. That's 20 pips. And your take profit is 1845. That's over how many pips? 100 and something pips. Let's say over 90 something pips, just to get 20 pips stop loss and 90 something pips take profit. Please, if that is a beautiful trade, I want you to type 777 on the chat box. 20 pips to get 90 something pips. Type 777 on the chat box, because there's nothing as beautiful as this. The risk reward ratio is top notch. Instead of waiting for 4 hours now, we're just doing 5 minutes. 5 minutes and you get the same perfect results. The same perfect results. Somebody, I said 3 times. These people are not going to kill me. I'm sure everyone understood this. I prefer to do it with gold, because gold is very, very difficult to take, and the same thing with volatility. So for the fact that the thing works with gold and it works with volatility, I am 100% good with the trade. I needed to do what? Confirm this very well. Wallahi, I understand. Okay, good. So I needed to understand to practice it over and over again. Even if you keep hitting I used my stop profit in volatility, because volatility moves very fast. But with other pairs, currency pairs, you can do it the way you want to do it. But now rectangle, using your 200 EMA works with, you can use it on your 5 minutes chart. So no more waiting for 8 hours to enter a trade. You just need to wait for 10 minutes and you take the best trade of your life. You can use the best lot size. So if you're having a $500 account and you decide to use one standard here on this particular trade, if you take a one standard, you are losing how many? $20 to gain what? $900. That is great. This gold is buying to the next line. Yes, you can see it now. It's already buying. That's why I said my first take profit was on this pivot level, because the 200 EMA still indicates that gold is what? The price is up, that is still buying here. So my first one was just here. My second one is there. This price has hit my stop profit. So my stop profit has been hit here. But I won't buy this now until price closes above this for more confirmation. Just for it to close above this, the next candle closes, then I will know that, okay, it's buying to where? To the next place. So imagine you use one standard on the $500. 20 pips with one standard is $20. I'll be $200. Is it $200? I think it's $200. So am I mistaken? Please do calculation for me. One standard on 20 pips, one standard, how many? 200, right? Okay. So you are risking $200 to get what? 90 pips is what? 90 pips should be what? One standard. So that's good. But I won't tell you to go and be using one to go and use I won't tell you to go and use one standard lot on $500. So just test run it first. If you've been using 0.01, you can now start to 0.02 or 3 because your stop loss is now small. There's some time that the stop loss will just be only 10 pips. Like the one I showed you, my entry was 8.15 and my stop loss was 8.14. My take profit was 18.30, just 10 pips. 10 pips stop loss. And price never got back there until it got to 8.30, 18.30. So this is beautiful. I want you to go and practice it. I want you to do it on your demo account first, as usual. On your demo account first. Do it on your demo account first before you go live. Let's see your results. You can see the withdrawal that I did. I've been doing this thing because I know so many people have been compelled this rate. Even Don Jazzy himself, he told me, I can't wait for these 8 hours. It's too much. And I've not even showed him this strategy. If I tell him this, his head will blow. I've not told him about this one. He said he can't wait for that for 8 hours. I know most people who have been brainstorming, how can we do this? Which moving average and what is the best thing to do? And this came up. Please, the horizontal line, how many should they be, or what's the measurement? That means you didn't start from beginning. After this, watch the recording of this. If you draw your rectangle, you will know how many horizontal lines you will have. In total, it should be 1, 2. The first box we have first 1, 2. When you divide your box, I think it should be in total, you should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 6 horizontal lines. 6. Yeah, 6 horizontal lines. So go back and practice and watch. I'll send the recording later. I'll send the recording later so you can